But first, I've been promised my hotel is second to none.
It doesn't really look like a hotel, it looks like someone's house. It's all in Italian. I don't know if this is right. Hope so. Oh, here we go. Oh, there we go. Buonasera. Robert. Sì. Okay.
Holy habits, it's a nunnery.
Do you speak English at all? No English. Oh, Spagnola. Oh, no, I don't do that either.
There's over 100 monasteries in Rome taking paying guests. At £32 a night, this place could be pulling in up to 400 grand a year.
Very cosy.
Maybe I can probe Sister Amelia for some insider information.
That's it. I have come all the way to Rome to try to understand how the Vatican operates.
Esatto.
Yeah.
Poi vieni anche qui.
All right, yes, and how and
Il nostro giardino,
So,
la nostra casa.
oh, thank you. Trying to find out, where the money goes, where it goes into the Vatican, and there's this huge building with all the paintings and the statues.
Esatto, poi noi siamo in una posizione molto bella.
Because I'm trying to work out how this beautiful hotel, how it's paid for, where the money goes that we pay, and then and the Vatican is right there, it's very near, which is That is so kind.
Possiamo finire oppure I signori hanno ancora da fare? Ciao, Walter.
Ciao. Well, I did my best.
After a fond farewell to the sisters, I've set out on the trail of the Vatican's income and assets. First job is to request meetings with the key officials.
Is there someone there I could speak to about the total assets that are held by the Vatican, in the Vatican Bank, or held by the Catholic faith?
With calls into various financial departments, it's time to have a look at the Holy HQ itself.
That is amazing. As they would say in certain parts of East London, that is a very smart gaff.
The Vatican is a sovereign city-state. It has its own laws, its own passports, and its own police force. 800 people live here. 3,000 work here. Inside is filled with ancient wonders like the Sistine Chapel and countless treasures of unimaginable value. Luckily, I found a former Vatican radio journalist who's willing to help me.
The thing that I'm trying to find out is basically, is it possible to find out how much money the Vatican has, what their financial position is?
In a word, no.
Right.
I mean, that's the simple answer. One of the things you have to understand, there is a veneer of transparency in some areas, but you have to understand the whole logic of the Catholic Church, that the bishops are not accountable to anybody except God. When I came here,
Robert explained the Vatican's finances are divided into separate budgets. So if I wanted the true picture, I'd need to find the income and assets of 3 separate institutions.
You've got a number of budgets. Vatican Bank's, what is called the Institute of Religious Works, the IOR, that's a whole separate thing.
Right.
And that doesn't enter into any budget. We don't know what's there. There's another budget that's for Vatican City State, and that's what you see within these walls here. There's a third budget, what they call the Consolidated Financial Statements of the Holy See.
Right, that's now 3 sets of income and assets I need to uncover. 1, the Vatican Bank, that's where the churches keep their dosh. 2, the Vatican State, the physical city itself. And 3, the Holy See, that's the Pope's administration. And only one small part of that jigsaw is available, with a limited financial statement from the Holy See.
Last year's income was $370 million US.
Right.
But the expenditures were 386 or something million. So they actually took a loss, and that was due to the poor stock market and also the fluctuation of the US dollar.
Right. But $370 million, I mean, if I convert that to pounds, I mean, it's roughly 200 million pounds, which is a lot of money, but when you consider the scale of this operation, I would have expected it to be more than that.
Just £200 million. That's the same income as Arsenal Football Club. The Holy See also declared assets of £1 billion, the same as the Catholic Church in England and Wales. It's surprisingly low, especially when you consider their location.
Just the property values themselves. I mean, the chunk of land where you find the major basilicas and some of their properties, it's prime real estate in central Rome. This is worth gobs of money, you know, gazillions.
Gazillions. Gazillions are a good number.
Godzillions. You know?
Godzillions. 7, 928, 929, 930, 931.
And I want to work out just how much.
So I've done a few calculations, and I've discovered that land in central Rome is valued at about 9,000 euros per square metre. So the Vatican City, here behind me, covers an area of 440,000 square metres. Just the land alone, forget the buildings, just the land alone could be worth £3.146 billion.
But someone doesn't like what I've been saying and has alerted the Vatican police.
Lei perché sta dentro?
Don't speak Italian, sorry.
Sono inglesi loro, infatti...
Perché lui sta dentro? Che deve fare?
You must leave the Vatican City now.
So I can't even ask them if I could see the Pope or anything like that. I can't ask them. Is it possible for me to see the Pope?
Okay,
Okay.
You must come in Italy.
Okay, I'll go to Italy. That is extraordinary. I mean, I have just been officially asked to leave the Vatican City State. I'm not allowed to be in there. I'm not allowed to ask anyone. How am I going to find out anything if I can't even ask a question? I can't even go in there. Effectively, I've been deported.
It's rapidly becoming clear the Vatican doesn't want to talk to me about land values, assets, or finances at all.
Is there maybe someone in the office that I can talk to who would know that figure? All right, thank you very much for your help. Thank you. Well, clearly the Prefecture of Economic Affairs hasn't got a clue as to how much money there is.
This is becoming a nightmare.
I really don't know what to do. I mean, I really don't. I've asked everyone that I can get hold of in the Vatican.
Including the President and Secretary of the Prefecture for the Economic Affairs of the Holy See, the President of the Administration of the Patrimony of the Holy See, the President and the General Director of the Vatican Bank, the President of the Pontifical Council, the President of the Italian Episcopal Conference, the Vatican Press Office.
The Professor of the Pontifical University of the Sacred Heart, the Catholic Communications Office. They've all refused to talk to me.
So far, I only know the income and assets for the Holy See, just one small part of the vast Vatican Empire. And if none of the minions will fill in the blanks on my balance sheet, I'm down to my last resort, tracking down the Pope himself. Luckily, he's due to make an appearance outside the Vatican.
I'm on my way to the opening mass of the 12th General Assembly of the Synod of Bishops in Rome. So they're all here, all the top dudes, and I'm sure one of them must know how much money they've got. Well, there's a little bit of security here. It's pretty intimidating, the cars, the security, the men in suits, the armed police.
I can't believe it's come to this. The only option I have left is to barge past armed guards and confront the Pope.
Santita, quanto soldi ha il Vaticano? Santita, quanti soldi ha il Vaticano? Hello. And the general opinion seems to be that this car right next to us is the Pope's car. His Holiness's Mercedes. Right, I reckon he's coming now. It's getting very tense.
I've got just one chance to speak to the man himself.
Where's the Pope?
Okay, it's showtime. It all comes down to this.
That's him.
All I have to do is vault the barrier, wrestle past the men in black, and confront the Supreme Pontiff. Oh, I can't do it.
He's having a wave. I couldn't speak. I couldn't say anything. There was it was just too difficult. I chickened out.
I thought twice about sparking an international incident. But all the Catholic top brass are here somewhere. One of them must have some answers.
Excuse me, Your Holiness, can I ask you a question?
Please, you are
From English television, British television, yeah. We're doing a programme about how the finances of the great religions work, and we're doing one about the Vatican. It's quite complicated to find out.
yeah, especially for me.
Is it? Oh, for you? Why is that? Why is it hard for you?
Because I am a bishop from
Outside the Vatican?
outside.
I see.
Not a good start. Perhaps the next bishop can help me crack the Vatican Bank.
The Vatican Bank is only for religious and priests.
Right.
My brain is starting to ache, and I seem to be attracting a